Hey guys, it is Wednesday, October 30th. Bitcoin is at just above 72,000, and this episode is going to be called The God Cycle. And what I'm going to be talking about here is the big picture, the big thing that's important, which is the movement from Tradfi over to Bitcoin. And I prepared a little presentation. I shared this online on Twitter. But I think it'd be very useful to talk about it and to give you guys a sense of my thinking. All right, so what do we got here? We're going to talk about the TradFi adoption thesis. Well, let's first quantify how big is TradFi in the U.S. Well, in the U.S., you have three major asset classes. You have stocks, you have bonds, and you have cash. Okay, U.S. investors hold, or there's $46 trillion of U.S. stocks. There are $46 trillion of dollar-denominated bonds, both treasuries and corporate bonds, as well as state municipal bonds, and there were roughly $6 trillion in cash. So there's a total of about $98 trillion in sort of assets. Let's just call that 100 trillion assets in the U.S. alone, right? We're just going to focus on the U.S. alone. Now, if you ask yourself how much of that TradFi market actually is invested in ETF, in Bitcoin, well, the only way that they're really invested in Bitcoin is through the ETFs, right? And that includes the old GBTC. But if you look at all the ETFs together, they have just under 1 million BTC at this point. BlackRock has about 400,000 Bitcoin. Fidelity has about half that. And of course, GBTC still has about 250,000 Bitcoin. So altogether, that's about 1 million Bitcoin. And so that's about $70 billion. So if you look at just the straight math, 70 billion divided by 100 trillion is just under 0.1%. If we add in MSTR, we're getting to roughly about 0.1%. So let's just kind of divide that, and we find that this is 0.1 of 1%, and this number could probably 10x, and that mean a price of 2 million BTC. So that's my presentation. Very short, very sweet. If you like my content, please hit subscribe, and I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you at the next episode. Thanks.